Welcome to Splatter News Agony Aunt. Today I'm going to discuss another couple of emails that I've had. And one in particular is from a bloke called Andre. He writes, "How do I tell my parents I'm gay? I'm in my late 20s and I've met a man that I love a lot. He wants to get married, but my parents don't know I'm gay. I don't want to lose him, but I'm really scared of how my dad will take it. I would like the both of them to be at my ceremony and accept me and the man I love. How do I tell them?" Right, Andre, I know this is a very delicate matter, and I can see that the issue you have is mostly with your father, that you're scared of telling him because you said, you're more scared of your dad. I suggest that you approach a member of the family that you know is not homophobic and really has your back, and ask them to help you with sitting your parents down and having this discussion that's really important for you and for the family. If you don't have a member of family like that you can really trust, then you need to ask a friend that is, on your side, not homophobic, really gets and understands the whole of this issue, and has the emotional intelligence to say the right things to both your parents and to you. And if it goes wrong, you've got someone there to really emotionally help you, to give you that love and support. And I can see that, you want to head into a new life with someone that you love and have a marriage. And you want your parents there at the ceremony, which is so important. It's like the most important day of your life. And of course you want your family there, all of them. And yet, this is a big step for you because you never told them before about your sexuality. And that's a tough thing. But I want you to have the courage to do this and have the right people with you when you do it. If you think that your mother's going to take it better than your father, perhaps you tell your mother first, with the help of another family member or friend like I'd spoken about before, and see how she copes with it. And then the next step is the father. Because if you have your mother on side already, as well as you have a friend or a family member, it might help with the big talk with your dad, so that you have as much support as possible around you when you come out with that. Because I know that you're right now full of fear and you're scared that your father might turn on you, and that's a really scary thing that you're feeling right now. And I really feel that for you. That's not an easy thing for you to be going through in your mind. Your father might not. He might really love you and not care about your sexuality. Might not be an issue, but being that you have a fear, it means that when you were growing up, you may have heard him make some sort of homophobic comments, and it's really locked inside of you, like it stayed there. Now, the fact that you're even asking for this kind of advice means that you didn't grow up in a family with both parents being very open and very, liberal-minded about all sexualities and very content with them. So the signals you picked up as a child, they were there. So you need the right people around you and the right support. And if it goes horribly wrong, give him time to just reflect and let other people in the family and friends deal with the aftermath. Be there, for you, to support you and love you through it, and let some of them work on him. And if you want, let him see this video, because at the end of the day, when you were born, you're his son, you're his baby, and that goes to both of your parents. And the rest is details. It doesn't matter if you didn't have the career that they wanted for you, or the sexuality they wanted, or the height that they wanted, or the athletic ability that they wanted. That stuff's not important. Those are just details. You're the child. They are supposed to love you forever. And shame on them if they don't, because there is nothing wrong with your sexuality and who you are. And maybe they need to see that video, because that's Very important for people to know. The rest is details. You're the child. They're supposed to support you no matter what. Best of luck, Andre. Keep in touch. And our final email for this segment of Agony Aunt is from Becca. She writes, "My boyfriend of almost 4.5 years has cheated on me. I suspected it for a while and finally got him to admit it. He wants me to forgive him and give him another chance. I still love him, but I'm torn. Will I be able to forgive him, and will he do it again? He says it was a mistake and wishes it hadn't happened. What do I do? Should I forgive and move on?" Well, Becca, I know it must have been painful to find out that he cheated on you, and it's, a few years that you've been together. You said 4.5 years. We can analyze, why did it happen? Psychiatrists will say, or psychologists will say that after, 2-3 years, all the love hormones, all that drug addiction that you have going on in the brain to each other is worn off. And probably by the 3rd year, it's really dwindled. And that's when people are starting to get bored of each other. And by 4.5 years, it's not a big surprise that someone's strayed a bit. But the fact that he's saying that he thinks it's a mistake and he wants you to forgive him, I think you need to listen to him. But you also have to listen to your heart. Because if your heart says, I can't let this man go, it doesn't matter if I say dump him, it doesn't matter if your friends say get rid of him, you're not going to anyway. Because you're going to still, your heart's saying no, I need to be with him, so you're not going to give up. If your heart's saying, I'm kind of done, there's your answer. Because really, the answer's within you. If you'd been one of those guys who said, no, I didn't do it, no, it's all in your head, I don't know what you're talking about, and he never came clean with it, and it was pulling away from you all the time, and you literally felt so disconnected you had to leave, that's what the outcome would be. But what happened was, he admitted to it when you asked him, eventually, and he said, it was a mistake, I've done this, I've tried this, and I don't want it, I want to be with you. So, you know what the answer is anyway. You're not over him, and you're not over the relationship. So, it doesn't matter if I say stay or go, you're not done yet. So you're going to have to see it through. And you think, well, what if he cheats on me again? Good question. You don't know that. No one can ever tell you that, even he can't, because in his mind right now, he might think, I'm never ever going to do that again. I've learned, I've had that experience, and then I panicked realizing I could lose her and she's the one for me. In his mind, he might think he's never going to do it again. It's one of those things. If you break up with him and move on to someone else, and you think you're going to have a better experience, you might. Will that person that's new in your life cheat on you? You don't know. Just like you don't know if he's going to cheat on you again, even though he's admitted to the first time and he's trying to make amends. That's the tough thing about relationships. We don't know. We have to go with our gut feeling. And if our gut feeling is, I want to be with that person and I'm not done yet. You're not done yet. As much as your head says, run, they're a bad one, your heart's saying no. So, you have to listen to yourself, and more likely you're going to go with what your heart says. I wish that, we had a crystal ball right now and I could give you a clear-cut answer of whether he'll cheat on you again or whether he won't. But I don't have that. But you have to ask yourself certain things. Does he flirt a lot with other women? Is he really connected with me? Is he really engaged in this relationship? And did I really feel when he was telling me he was sorry and that he wants back with me and he doesn't want us to end, did I really feel it? The answers are actually in you. You have to really listen to yourself. What's going on, all the signals, and they will tell you the truth. So, best of luck on whatever you decide. I hope it works out. Thanks, Becca. And we'll have some more videos for your viewers next week. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.